Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back, and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have two brand spanking new knives from Artisan Cutlery to share with you guys and gals, and this one is pretty darn exciting. I like a couple features about it. There's a couple things that, I have opinions about, and I'll let you know my opinions. And you have to look. Sometimes different knife reviewers do different things. Some knife reviewers, when they don't like something, they're a little more rough on knife companies. I let you know in just a more subtle way. I don't blast them, but I tell you what I think positives are and what negatives are. And you know what? And I let you decide for yourself what you think about different options and different features. Because while I like most features on most knives, not everyone does. Now this one is pretty cool. It has a backup lock. But however, I'll get into it more. I have a couple versions here. There's 4 versions to show you, but this is the Artisan Cutlery Home. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its homeness. This one, I don't know what kind of wood it is. And by the way, every Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. Every Friday, if you have questions about any of the knives you see on the channel, sometimes folks have questions and I'm not able to answer them in the comment section. Every Friday from 8:15 to like midnight, we're live every single stinking Friday. Well, that's where we talk about knives, flashlights, everyday carry gear, you name it, night vision goggles. You never know what we're talking about. And we have a lot of fun. You don't have to know anything about knives. You can come in and hang out. We do a pizza check. We talk about snacks. It's the fastest 4 hours you'll ever spend on Friday night that you could ever believe. But let's get in here and check this bad boy out. We'll check out this version next. This is not an expensive knife. And look at this blade. Look at this. This is nice everyday carry folding pocket knife category right here. This is really good. My father-in-law would really like this. You have a fuller, and I believe we're going to, oh yeah. So there's a nice little bit of grabbage on that fuller. I think we're going to be able to do a little bit of reverse flick. So it has a modified sheep's footy Warren Cliffy, where they both got married and had kids, and then they had a modified blade shape. This is AR RPM 9 steel, so it's not expensive, but look at here. Besides being a button lock, and the button lock's right here in the center, it has an extra lock up here. You push that lock in, and it's a little extra security for your button. Now, this is not, anytime you have a button lock, I don't ever consider button locks a hard use knife. This is something you're going to be doing regular cutting, cutting open apple, cutting open a bag of Oreo. Oh, nice. Ergos. Ooh, okay. Before I skip ahead, but oh my goodness. Good action too. Let's do a quick size comparison to give you a couple numbers before I have so many thoughts going through my head, as you can imagine. Check it out, this knife. So it's coming in at right about 7.2 inches. The blade is 3.1 inches and it's about 2.9 inches sharpened. So not a huge knife. And I have a couple sitting here. And by the way, if you want specs or anything, weight or anything that I miss, I'm down in the comment section. If you go down to the comments or in the description of this video and you start reading and then it says more, you click that and it has all of my links. I have discount codes out the wazoo. So many knife companies in different places, but that's where you can go and check out all the different variants of this one and all the other ones that you ever see. But this is the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock, and this is the CJRB Pyrite button lock. So we got some button locks going on right here. Light use, everyday carry knives. And it's coming right in about just a tad shorter than the Pyrite, not by much. And I got to show this one. The QSP Penguin, because everybody should have a Penguin, right? So let's see. Going with the Penguin, since everyone gets themselves a Penguin, blade length is about, the sharpen length is exactly the same, different shape. And then handle length, it has a tad more handle than the Penguin. So if the Penguin's handle is just a tad short for you, this one might come more in handy. And then I have another one sitting over here on the table. Let's put this one up here just because it's so pretty. This is the Kaiser Drop Bear. And how about this one? The Vosteed Raccoon. There you go. That should get you dialed in. Now these are steel liner locks with a steel bolster, and look at this. Ooh, I like that. This G10, it looks textured. It looks like you have some texture, but you can only see it. You can't feel it. It is very smooth on the texture. And man, this one's clean. This one looks a little more Mr. Fancy Pants, but I think these are both the same price. They're not super expensive knives. And this is something else to mention, is you do have a lanyard hole back here in the back spacer. That is very cool, or back pin, whatever you want to call it, standoff. I don't care what you call it, barrel spacer. You have a place you can put a lanyard. It comes with the lanyard on it if you like a lanyard. And you know, this is pretty cool. Now let's check out the action and ergos and all that. So first of all, left and right, up and down, it feels left and right. I can almost feel just a little bit. And then again, let's take a look here. This is a plunge lock. And this button does not stick out very far at all. It's almost even with the scales, but not quite. And then you can close it like this, and then you get a little more security. But same thing, it's a button lock. Always remember it's a button lock. This is not something to be cutting down trees with. And we do have some nice room for sharpening, which is very nice, very, very nice. So if I push down the button, it is locked. And you see right there, with it locked, I was able to push it down. So that lock, let me see, pushing it all the way over and then pushing this, the lock is, that's going to be minimal. Let's see. Pushing down, I'm good. But when I push the plunge lock with it locked, I'm able to bypass the lock actually fairly easy. So that's something, don't put a whole lot of faith in this lock, because having it engaged, that's unengaged. Here's engaged, and if I push the button, the lock isn't really adding a whole lot with the button. I don't know if they're married together, but that lock, let's try it on this one and see what it does, because now this one seems to go farther, and as evidenced by this one is locking. I'm not getting to unlock as easy. This one in particular, the button isn't going as far, and therefore isn't engaging. So that is something to definitely pay attention to. That's why you watch knife reviews just like this, right? This one does, this one doesn't, because this one, the lock pops out and is a lot more discernible and does give me an extra backup. But oh, here's something cool. It has a crown spine on top of that. But yeah, that is I definitely you got to know, don't trust this for doing hard use. Don't be cutting hard things or pushing through cardboard or things like that where you might accidentally press down. And I don't really, the way I'm holding it, I don't see myself touching this button. The button doesn't really stick out, but you know, I'll say it one more time. It's not a heavy-duty, hard-use knife. This one has very nice-looking scales, or nice-looking liners. They're very shiny. Oh, it's so shiny. A little bit of gold action. These have ceramic cage ball bearings. I do like that it has nice room for sharpening, and it is a good-looking knife. I mean, it is really nice-looking. I'm kind of, you know, I dig this one for the more traditional look, and then this one, I don't know. There's something about the gold and black. Just has a little bit of pop to it. This is the kind of knife that I would carry. I usually carry several knives because that's what I do. I wear the kind of pants where that is very easy to do. So this is one, if I'm going out to dinner or something like that, I like it. The ergos, my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. The ergos are very good. I have no issues, no problems with the ergos. Is this? Oh yeah. So we have a deep carry clip. It's sitting on top of the liners. It is reversible, so that's a major plus. The action. Very good action on it. It's easy to actuate. You do have to really engage your finger because that button, the button lock is so close down to the edge, which that's a good thing. You're not going to accidentally be pushing that button all the time. And then if you put that lock on, I'm able to get it to shut just going like that. So definitely keep that in mind. I would call that a secondary lock failure. I don't get many knives where I say there's a lock failure that easy. I haven't done any spine whack tests. I don't do that, but that's, whew, boy, I don't know about that one. We're going to be talking about that one on the live stream. But other than that, as a regular everyday carry light use pocket knife, what do you think about the new Artisan Cutlery Home? We're going to talk about it. And if you like my content and you like watching and hanging out and driving down the road listening, give me a thumbs up, support the channel, and then go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives, or the chats, or the hive streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.